It is 0834 local time, 75 nautical miles west of Palawan in the South China Sea. A Philippine Navy frigate, the BRP Miguel Malvar, is on a sovereignty patrol when a Chinese Type 056A Corvette begins to close the distance. The silhouette of the People's Liberation Army Navy Corvette resolves against the haze. Aboard the Malvar, the radar warning receiver screams. The captain orders general quarters, sending his crew rushing through watertight doors as every major weapon system on the deck cycles to ready. This diagram shows the critical difference between the two types of radar navies use. A search radar operates like a flashlight, sweeping across a dark parking lot, asking, "What's out there?" A fire control radar operates like a laser pointer on a rifle, asking, "What am I about to put a hole through?" The Chinese ship has just switched to fire control, locking its beam directly onto the Malvar. This is the electromagnetic equivalent of cocking the hammer on a loaded gun and pointing it at someone's chest. At this range, the captain has exactly 40 seconds to decide whether to shoot back before the timer runs out. The Malvar responds in under 3 minutes. They warm 16 vertical launch cells, prime their Sea Star cruise missiles, and order a hard right rudder, unmasking his launchers and bringing every weapon system on the ship to bear on a single, deadly threat axis. The Chinese ship is employing gray zone doctrine. The goal is to provoke a smaller opponent into shooting first, allowing the aggressor to claim they were acting in self-defense. It is a tactical gamble that relies on the other side cracking under the pressure of the 40-second countdown. The Filipino captain chooses to issue a calm radio warning instead of pulling the trigger. This refusal to engage denies Beijing the international incident they are fishing for, and it keeps the focus on the data capture unfolding above the waves. While the standoff intensifies on the surface, the most significant tactical exchange is actually happening 28,000 feet in the air. This is a U.S. Navy P-8A Poseidon, an Allied flying sensor hub cataloging every radar emission in the South China Sea since dawn. The P-8A is conducting ELINT, or electronic intelligence. This specialized mission involves listening for and recording the specific characteristics of military hardware as it operates. As the Corvette transmitted its fire control lock, the Poseidon captured its specific pulse frequency, acquiring a unique technical fingerprint. The operator encrypts this data, routing it via satellite to Indo-Pacific Command, instantly creating an irrefutable record of weapons lock on a treaty ally. By attempting to intimidate the Malvar, the Chinese Corvette inadvertently broadcast its most sensitive tactical parameters directly to the U.S. Navy's primary electronic surveillance platform. But the electronic capture is only half the story. 400 feet below the surface, the Corvette is being tracked by a predator it never detected. This is the USS Minnesota, a Virginia-class fast attack submarine. Its primary advantage is a $3.6 billion acoustic signature that is quieter than the ambient noise of the ocean. The Minnesota hides beneath the thermal layer, an acoustic mirror where temperature changes abruptly. The Corvette's sonar pings hit this boundary and bounce away. Meanwhile, the Minnesota's towed array cross-references the Corvette's engine bearings, calculating its exact course without ever looking. Inside the control room, the crew prepares a Mark 48 heavyweight torpedo in Tube 2. Above, the Chinese sonar operators see the scattered echoes returning from the thermal layer. Because these reflections are broken and diffused by the temperature change, they mimic the acoustic return of a large school of fish. The Chinese crew logs it as a biological false return, convinced they are chasing tuna while sitting in the Minnesota's crosshairs. The Corvette's crew is entirely unaware that a weapon designed to snap a ship's keel is currently tracking their every move from 8,000 yards away. At 10:10 local time, the Chinese Corvette stows its radar and alters course towards its base. The captain likely leaves the area feeling confident in his display of aggression. The Minnesota, however, has held a lethal firing solution for 90 minutes. For an hour and a half, the Corvette was technically a sunk vessel, surviving only because the submarine's outer doors stayed shut. In modern naval warfare, visible posturing is secondary to the invisible battle for data and positioning. While one side can dominate the surface, the side with absolute overmatch in the electronic and acoustic domains holds the ultimate authority to decide how the encounter ends.